The house was clearly unlocked, but the monster hesitated to enter. The woman could only clutch the talisman meant to ward off ghosts, praying to survive until morning, because every time night fell, these monsters would gather in the town. They specifically attacked humans for food. The sheriff rang the bell every day before sunset. All residents would quickly return home, habitually touching the talisman in front of the door. Even the children would obediently do the same. The sign on the wall showed 96 days of peace. Little did they know tonight the record would be broken. A man was drunk as a skunk. He stayed overnight at the tavern, leaving his wife and daughter alone at home. The drunkard's daughter was about to go to bed, but her grandmother's voice came from outside the window. She curiously opened the curtains. She easily coaxed the girl. Despite her mother's desperate attempts, it was too late. The next day, after the drunkard woke up, he found the neighbors gathered in front of his house. The sheriff slapped him directly. The sheriff had warned him countless times that families with children should nail the windows shut, but the man took a chance. Seeing his wife and daughter meet with misfortune, the man knelt down on the ground in guilt, because he hurt others too. Once someone dies in town, new people wander in. Sure enough, an RV arrived. The sheriff went up to ask what was going on. Learning the man's family was lost, the man quickly drove away. They could never leave the town. The sheriff seemed to have expected this. This is so they can adapt faster, so they can survive the night. However, the man had an accident while driving around. The RV flipped directly into the woods. The family of 4 were trapped inside. The wife fell into a coma. The little son's thigh was pierced by a branch. Seeing that night was coming soon, he had to go out to find someone to help. Soon the 3 were rescued. Only the little son was still in the car. The sheriff couldn't pull him out directly. There were only 40 minutes left until nightfall. The sheriff had no choice but to stay overnight. He let his men take the others away, putting hope in the amulet. The sheriff hung the amulet on the car, and sealed all the gaps. Then he told the man what was about to happen. At this time, the little son began to twitch. A roar came from around. Monsters are creeping closer. More and more monsters are gathering. Even the sheriff was getting the creeps.